Hello, dear students. Welcome to Moral Values class. Today, it's a true story of Sir APJ Abdul Kalam. It was finally time to launch SLV 3. All had worked hard for 7 long years for this project. The whole team waited anxiously as SLV 3, India's first satellite launch vehicle, was prepared for the launch. The countdown began. The first stage performed to the perfection. All stood spellbound and they were watching the launch of SLV 3. But suddenly the spell was broken as the second stage went out of control and the flight was terminated after 317 seconds. The rocket crashed into the sea and all the hopes drowned with it. The event came as a big shock for whole of the team. Mr. Kalam was feeling very sad, angry and frustrated. A press conference was scheduled and the causes of failure were to be discussed. Mr. Kalam felt responsible for the failure and a dread filled his heart. He was worried, thinking press and critics would blame him and his team for the failure. But his chairman, Professor Satish Dhawan, was confident. He took the mic from Mr. Kalam and answered all the questions confidently. His composure and clarity of thoughts impressed Mr. Kalam, and he said, "These are very complex missions. We find out what went wrong, correct it, and then make sure that we don't repeat it. I am confident that in exactly year's time, we can successfully place a satellite in orbit." His last sentence made Mr. Kalam's heart spot. Whole team worked hard day and night for the next launch. Exactly 1 year later, on 18 July 1980, whole nation was watching launch of SLV-3 again. It was the change, the future of Indian space programming. In the early hours of the day, SLV 3 lifted off. The Rohini satellite was successfully launched in the orbit. All were very happy. Mr. Kalam's team was very happy. Then again, a press conference was organized, and this time the chairperson, Professor Dhawan, turned the mic towards Mr. Kalam and he asked him to address the press. He knew how hard the whole team and Mr. Kalam had worked for the project. According to Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam, that day I learned how a leader guides a team, taking the blame when faced failure and sharing the praise in events of success.